Yeah, love and light. You don't know this is Lila Ike. And we're repping for the greatest channel, a channel of love. This is a reggae music show. Tune in, lock in, and know good music always. Cause true love conquers all things. This is a reggae music show. You know.
You know what they want to hear your voice.
Yes, of course. You know you're there. So we're at. Look out in enough rap tonight. But come on, cool and easy. Because we're free, no? So we are planning to live for the rest of our life too. You see what I say? Yeah man, it's a pleasure to see y'all. You know, so we have things to do so from the day. So this evening, we don't want no joker. Yes. So we ready? Yeah! Brother did it, don't worry.
Fever, for me, this is an honor. As an artist that I have so much respect for. I remember years ago, we got Pete and Black Scorpio said to me, said, Jim, this artist I got boss. Try voice this song and know. And I remember I got that dub plate. It's one of my treasured dub plates. It's in my box there now. I could play it right now, but little later. You understand? That put me on a journey with this lady here. It's been 8 years since you've been to the UK. And you teared on the world place Sunday. Never left no stone unturned.
Great energy. Great.
You were very honest. You were very open. And we're going to get to that little more.
Yeah.
But right now, for a Q&A, we need to know the history. Take it back to young days. Where you're hailing from. Let the people them know, because some people, you know, some artists, they assume I'm Jamaican. Me get catch with this. Big up my brother Raven. Me think say Raven a yard man from when? Raven's Bayesian. I didn't know. The man said, I said to him, where you hailing from? Barbados. Like, wow. So, I don't know everything. So it's for you to educate all these people that came out on a Tuesday evening to see you. Not me, no. Me ugly, they don't want to see me. They want to see you. So get them the story. Hailing from where?
So, born in Spanish Town, brought to St. Mary at the age of 2 months, left St. Mary at the age of 9 to Montego Bay, and that's where everything about me that you're seeing today was invented. So, in a nutshell, that's basically the story.
You are a proud Rasta lady who's been doing this music for a long time. Did you expect music to bring you so far?
No, because at the end of the day, I didn't love music for obvious reasons, and I'm going to, this year I must be honest, so I'm honest. I didn't want to do music. I didn't get up saying I'm going to be a big star and following footsteps and stuff like that. Music literally chose me. You know, I was choosing to do everything you see me doing here. You know what I mean? And that's just the honest, plain truth.
People would say over the years that you're controversial. You speak your mind.
Yep.
You don't hold back. For those of you that follow Queen Ifrica, do you like when she talks the truth? Yes! I was hoping someone said, no.
I mean, somebody can say.
Yeah, no, they can.
Why not?
No, they can't.
When you speak your mind, and when you're so honest, does it empower you to empower others?
I think what it is self-awareness. When you're aware of self, then everything else around you become noticeable.
Okay.
Because a lot of times when you're not aware of yourself, you're looking around everywhere else to find that's something to cling to be identified with. So I think my strength comes from the fact that when I needed to find me most, that self-awareness kicked in. Because at the end of the day, you can't be anything for anyone if you can't be it for yourself first. And I think that was the first natural motivation to be self-aware and then pay attention to all around me, you know?
As a woman in the industry from then till now,
yeah.
What's the trials and tribulations that you faced? And we could be here too next week talking about trials and tribulations, but break it down for those of us that are here as an artist, a female artist. What's the trials and tribulations you've been through?
Alright, so I know. I want to tell you about that, man. Hold on. This is a question and answer segment. From that about nothing to get the job. I'm saying. When you say again,
trials and tribulations as a female artist.
See one of them there, man.
Oh, God. No, sir. She did say she's going to speak her mind, didn't it? Boom, down, you make mistake.
So you want to go on now. First of all, from I entered music business, one of the things that I've always said is I don't enter music business as a female. I enter music business as an entertainer who happens to be female. So, in that sense, I am saying that trials and tribulations are going to be expected. There is not going to be a walkthrough. You have to walk the road. You have to do the process. And so I love to encourage women that don't come in and say, oh, because me a female, them a fight me, or because me a woman. It's because you're lazy. It's because you're not putting enough work. It's because you're not being present enough in what you're doing. You don't believe what you're doing enough, and that's why you get the trials and tribulations. So if you, one of my other mantra is trials and tribulation are my medicine. And that me use gas up myself to move along. So the more trials and tribulations will come along, and the stronger me get, as you can see. Say we never get weary because of the trials and tribulations. We use it as stepping stone because the life of journey never given a one destination. It is a continued journey, and as far as you can take yourself, it's as far as you will reach. You see what I say? Yeah.
No, make some noise to that statement there, man. Serious thing. Oh, you mean trials and tribulation?
Yes. I know you have that personal one too, when we get there.
Yeah, of course. Because after Sunday, a lot of people, I've had phone calls that said, wow,
yeah,
how did Queen Ifrica manage to bare her soul in the middle of a show?
Yeah, because that's what we do.
When you speak your mind, does it matter where you are, what time it is, wherever in the world you are? Is it just on the spot when you speak your mind?
Yeah, man, because you don't know. As a channel, I see myself as a candidate, a catalyst to this. So when we keep our channels clear, the truth that we represent is not necessarily ours. You know what I mean? It's all of me in another room here. We go through different experiences, but we have the similar feelings. We have similar reactions to the things that we experience. So what I try to do is to be that difference to myself first. So in other words, I'm not going to make because I get raped. I'm going to turn prostitute and start teaching little children, say, yeah, or turn poor and not have self-value because, you know, that's what you're worth. And there's nothing left of you. So I think that's where my difference really shines through in terms of how me cope and how me transcend my way of doing things, isn't it?
When you're somebody who's traveled the world, yeah, various places. What's it like for you as an artist?
Different chair though, catch up.
Harry, you have another chair?
No, I'm a good one.
You're good?
Yes.
You go to many places in the world to sing reggae music, to uplift different nationalities, people who don't even speak the language. When you turn up at these countries where English is not their first language, and they sing back your songs, how does that make you feel?
Well, that you can't pay for. You cannot pay no money, and that is why I stay so sincere and true to what I do, because at the end of the day, you get a rhythm, you write some lyrics around it, you put it out, and then you come on a stage and you sing it, and everyone in the audience, or most people in the audience, are singing along with it. You can't pay for that, you know what I mean? It's because music is blood business. So once it gets into the bloodstream, you can't get it out back, and that's why we're so careful with the things that we put on track, because the word, the pen, powerful, you know, words are very powerful. It penetrates into the core, into the soul, into your being, and so I just, you know what I mean, I go always go back and just say that. I just simply that care there.
How important is lyrical content to you?
Very important. I don't mean to say I could be Christian and just get up and sing Christian song and holy song and righteous song. But there has to be a balance, because remember now, when you put it out there, it's going to every ears. And so you want to make sure say it resonates that way in everyone that comes across it. You want to make sure say something there for everyone that hears it. So lyrical content will always be important to a Queen Ifrica, because I know the power of what music with good lyrics around it do.
Well, you know what? When you sang Randy, how important was the pen to paper at that time?
Alright, so yeah, good that you asked that, because Randy I never met you before. Hear the story around Randy now. So when I started becoming this Queen Ifrica here, there's a lot of women that come from the inner city communities that would come to 56 Kennel Drive to ask for things, you know what I mean? Just like they would do with Bob Marley, they would go to Oak Road and ask for help and stuff. So it was regular for especially females to come through. So the stories you hear in Randy are the stories they would tell to get the help. So a lady would come and say, Queen, you see that thing yesterday weekend on the TV, that news, that was my son, that was my baby father, that was my friend, you know what I mean? And so I personalized it, because at the end of the day, it's not just to hear them story and give them money and then walk away, but it's to really shine a light on the fact that the inner city communities of Jamaica are plagued with political influences, and a lot of the youths who get drawn into the political warfare and taking sides in politics, they don't benefit necessarily from it. At the end of the day, they end up dead, leaving their children behind, leaving their women behind, for some of these very politicians to have sex and them with them and do all kind of things with them. So that was where I put the light there around Randy from. So everywhere I went in the world since, people have been asking, how are you coping with the children? And I'm like, no, it wasn't necessarily my story to tell, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what, it's very important to have history, because not all of us know everything. And you can't find everything on Wikipedia and Google and all these things. You understand? Sunday. We need to get to Sunday. 8 years. Yes. 8 years not being in the UK.
Yes.
You touched down in the UK. What's the overwhelming feeling that you felt when you touched down now in the UK?
This, you know, normal people, because normal people me deal with, you know. Yeah, I'm not doing the sheep thing. So what I say? So when you put your name up on a post, you're taking a risk, because 2 people might come and nobody might come. And it all depends on what you projecting out there. So when I see the island pull up, I say, alright, yeah. The one with the Queen I deal with. And so I say she chat now for internet and she go on like she know everything. I go and see her in her real life now and see, and it shows again that my fan base was always with me, because a lot of interviewers they'd ask me, what is Queen Ifrica fan base? Who is Queen Ifrica fan base? And I can't really put a finger on it, but what I can say is it's normal people who love the truth, who love self, who love music, who love the fact that if you are willing enough to stand up and be a braver one than the typical person beside you, then you're my fan. You know what I mean? And so we do give thanks when we see an audience like this with curious faces and saying, make sure you're not answering no foolishness up there this as you have a know. You know, and I love that kind of challenge.
You're an advocate for Jamaica.
Yes, man.
You don't ramp for defend Jamaica.
No.
How many Jamaicans are inside? Make some noise right now.
Yes.
You talk about the maroons.
Yes. Yeah. When they're hot and all bad.
Can you just break it down for those who don't understand about the maroon situation? Break it down for them.
Alright, so let me see if we can grab it in a little nutshell section. See, the Maroons of Jamaica is the backbone of Jamaica. Why are the Maroons the backbone of Jamaica? Because they were the ones who met the enemies when they came. Aside from that, there was a free Jamaica before there was the Maroons of Jamaica. The free Jamaica is the people who never knew slavery, did not find themselves on the island because of slavery, they were there as true inhabitants of the land. They did not know slave masters. They did not care about slave masters. Slave masters could not talk to them, deal with them anyhow, as your DC program head chop off and you're moving it right along. Now, you had friendly maroons and you had enslaved maroons. You have indentured maroons. You had maroons that came here from England. Black people was brought here from England to Jamaica as slaves. Black people, not Africa. Here, did you guys in the audience know that there are black people who are indigenous to England? Yes. Okay, good. So that's the cocktail that we have in Jamaica. However, now there's an issue with the disconnect with the maroons and the regular populace of Jamaica. So there has been a divide among the maroon communities that has caused the entire country to be divided, and not only that, the entire world by extension. How do I get to that conclusion? Let's use the Akompong maroons for example. There's a Flagstaff maroon. The Flagstaff Trelawney Town maroons are the maroons who were there on the ground when everybody pulled up. That's who they came and saw. Free people, they were. Because you remember, you know, maroon is a word that the British coined. See, she said Caramanti. So we were 9 Kepong people connected directly to God. They used the word maroon because they couldn't describe, because when you're maroon, it means that you're marooned into a specific area. So according to them, the people that they came and saw were marooned into the hills of the country, and so they decided to label them maroons. However, because of the vision among us as people, they got a chance to infiltrate the maroon community. And so when in 1738, when they had to walk up to that cotton tree that I revealed to everyone in Pakiti, the British had to walk over all of those terrains to beg to stop a war that was going on for 89 years, you know. Now this is an island that everybody is still trying to say is a slave plantation. So how can you get a slave plantation to have a war with oppressors for 89 years that they had to walk over all of these terrains to come beg Cree? Y'all follow? See? Alright, good. So they came in 1738 to the cotton tree, to the ancestors and God, and a blood oath was made. And that blood oath was supposed to be that we should exist as peaceful amongst each other. You come and go do your little thing and go and do your business, but law with our land. However, 1739, a second war start, and the brother was named Akompong, who was the brother of Kojo, decided that he liked the treatment that he was getting from the British and decided to go with the British. And so they sold out the free maroons, and the maroons who was hiding from the system, they were the ones now who brought those oppressors in and got them to be conquered. And the reward from that was to be in Akompong. So when Kojo and the rest of them did not want to kill Akompong, they sent him over to St. Elizabeth with women and children, and that is where they have been ever since. Whenever the English come to Jamaica, they stop at Akompong and they started a new narrative to tell the world that that's where all the story began. And so now the ancestors in this 21st century have decided that that story must stop once and for all. All black people must come back as one, because we were one united people. We did not know division in that sense of the word. It was the oppressors that brought that into the divide, and rule was introduced by the British invaders because they could not understand the dynamics of what they're dealing with. Because you also had white people who was brought over to Jamaica from Ireland and all of these different parts of Europe as slaves as well, that were placed on plantation as well. So this is why the democracy in Jamaica is so diverse, because it has not been seen anywhere else on the globe, where you find so many different nations, ethnicities, cultures coming together under one colony, united. And that's what we're fighting now, to recenter. So we're telling Richard Curry them and all of them to pull away from the system, come back to the original plan, which was all of us united as one people, one Jamaica, one rock, unconquerable in front of the world up to today. And it is the facilitation of that said divide why we can't see the realities of it. So the stories we see going on the grounds now is really a stories that is caused between the fallout between the system and their maroons that they have created. So it is the season of the wheat and the tears growing together till the day of harvest. So now we are seeing now, so the tears them are run up and down cause zinc lift up. So everything will crawl out from under zinc. So right now we don't stop until the masses remember that Jamaica foundation was not built on slavery, it was destroyed by slavery.
Make some noise for the history lesson, please. All you mean? Wow. You're definitely an advocate for Jamaica.
Yes.
You hear me? Yeah, have you ever thought about that?
No, because you see the politics something, you know. Oh, we are going to do it right. That's how we are reinstate the 90 pound state, you know, because that was the original government. So, L.A. Lewis fake. Let me just tell you that straight. Let me just not talk that with no water in my mouth. L.A. Lewis is using the documents of Chilani Town, Flagstaff, that Rastology gave to him, and he don't even have everything, and we're still saying, even right now, bring them forward, because we now stop make nice until the thing come back to what it was. Because until we can, as a people, that is why as black people, we don't know where our unity lies. Because we don't know that it lies in the division that they feed off. So when we sankofa forward to the country idea of what unity was to us, we're going to forgive our brothers and we're going to forgive our sisters, because at the end of the day, a lot of them came under pressure with what happened too. It's not like some of them did willingly, they're going to give up their soul to the oppressors. So now we're saying it's going to be a rough one, but we're going to have to hug it out and cry it out and pull it back together and separate the enemy once and for all from the true ones.
You know what? It's like, just sit down there and just let her give you a history lesson, innit? You don't need me here.